Today is the second day of our new journey into the battlefield. We have to win people with love, compassion, affection, and dignity. When we say it's a Vishwa Dharma, it's the universal religion we belong to, first and foremost thing, the essence of that is peace. The peace has to be within to begin with. You have to be peaceful within yourself. If you are not peaceful, if you are playing tricks with your ego, if you are just satisfying yourself saying that you are peaceful, you are sadly mistaken. Peace is to be enjoyed within yourself. It is to be felt within yourself. So do not give wrong satisfactions to yourself. Do not give false notions to yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Peace has to be felt within yourself. And if you are not feeling that, you shouldn't come and ask me, Mother, why am I not feeling? Because I am not going to tell you that's something wrong with you. You have to work it out that you should feel peaceful within yourself. It is not that if you have too much of silence outside, you feel peaceful. The peace has to be within yourself. You have it. Your spirit is absolutely peaceful. Avyagra, without restlessness. There is no restlessness in your spirit. Absolutely peaceful and steady. It is for you to feel it. It is not for anybody else to certify you. This is one thing. Secondly, when I am telling you something, you think I am not telling you. It doesn't register in your brain. You think I am telling it to XYZ but not to you. You are not in it. That's another sign there is no peace. Because there is no peace, there is no registration. Whatever goes into your head, that is going to work out. But what I find, that people have concave personalities. Then they receive it. Those who have convex personalities do not register anything. The registration is so poor that whatever I say doesn't have any effect on them. Otherwise, whatever I say is a mantra. It should have direct effect on you, and you should feel that effect, that penetration within you. But as if it is for somebody else, as if it is not for you. This shows there is no peace within you. Only the peace within can register whatever is auspicious, whatever is nourishing for your growth. So try to make peace with yourself. Do not fight with yourself. Why should I do it? I am so bad. I should not have done it. All these things you should not do. Try not to fight with yourself, first of all. Then you fight with me. Why am I like this? Why should it be like this with me? Why is it I catch? Why? How am I to answer such a question? It's very aggressive. I think it's very aggressive attitude of many Sahajogis to come and ask me such a question. Why? Because I can't tell you what's wrong with you. It's not in my culture. You should find yourself what's wrong with you. But it's not what's wrong with you is the problem. What's right with you is the attitude. Whatever is right with you, put your foot on that establish yourself on that point and then develop yourself higher. Peace is the keynote, as I said, for universal growth of this religion. It is disturbed by many things. Firstly, as I said, by yourself. You shouldn't have funny ideas about yourself. People have very funny ideas. I see Sahajogis, as soon as they get realization or something better happens to them, they start telling others how to do meditation, how to stand up, how to give bandhan, how to do this and that. It's very, very poor. It's very low level. Try to assimilate within yourself. First grow yourself. That growth itself will tell others how one should be. Your own character, your own temperament, your own nature, your own behavior. All this will tell others that this is a great man, and they will try to follow your example. Example is the best teaching. When the tree is small, even if it says I am great, nobody is going to come and sit under a dwarf tree. But when it is a big tree, you can see the shade and everybody knows it's a big tree and they can come and sit under that. You don't have to tell. In the same way, when you grow, you don't have to certify. That I am great. It just works. Now the peace within expresses first of all peace with others. That is the first sign of manifestation of peace. Such a person doesn't use harsh words, doesn't use cruel words. But he is also not a person who is ineffective. He is very effective using very sweet and nice words. Maybe he begins by using harsh words, then he mellows down and comes down to a position where he is effective as well as he is very mild and sweet. Such a personality has to be developed outside. So, peace with your friends, peace with Sahajogis. If you cannot be peaceful with Sahajogis, then you are no good, absolutely no good. When you meet another Sahajogi, you can't bark like dogs at each other, can you? You leave 3 Sahajogis together, they end up with a big barking system. They can't manage within themselves. If there are 100, then it's all right. But you can't leave 3 and 4 here and there. So the peace should be with your brothers and sisters. They are all born out of my sastra. And nobody has right to insult, to be sarcastic, saying things which are harmful. That's no friendship. That's no friendship. It's a kind of a very subtle enmity that you are carrying on in your hearts. That cannot be forgiveness. If you say sarcastic things to others, you are not in the culture of universal religion. You should be respectful. The more respectable you are to each other, the better it will be. I do not know how to tell you this, but say there's a Sahajogi. You shouldn't call him like as you would call any Tom, Dick and Harry. Like there's some going, hey, Mr. X, come here. No, people don't even say Mr. Please try to use their surnames, would be better. Mr. So, Mr. So, Mr. So. would be better. Because this modern style of not using the surnames has brought down the respect for each other. But I think Sahajogis should try a new method and suggest to me even better methods how to address each other in such a way that you respect others. That respect will create that peace within each other. Suddenly you come out with remarks, very nasty remarks they are. There's no sense in it. That's not our culture. We belong to universal religion. How can it be that culture? So when you try to be peaceful with your brothers and sisters, try to be extremely respectful. When you write letters to each other, say, my dear brother in Sahaja Yoga, such and such. I have seen all communists do that. Anybody who belongs to any party does that. It's a kind of respect they have. You can't talk like street people and ordinary people because you are really extraordinary. And all that is extraordinary has to be expressed through you. As I am talking to you of this new culture, let us understand how in many nations people have adopted cultures and cultures. Japan, I know, has been affected very much by modernization, but Zen taught them certain kind of culture in which, supposing you see two Japanese have a car and they break each other's car, then they don't say anything. They come out of the car, one will bow to another, the another will bow to another, and get into the car and get out. Then if they have to claim something, they'll go to the courts, but there they don't fight, because what is the need? When I asked Japanese, how do you manage? So they said, but what is the need to fight there on the street? Because after all, if it is to be paid, if the insurance is going to pay, if the car is broken, all right, they are going to pay us. Why to shout at it? It's very sensible and practical, I think. Why to waste your breath for nothing at all? You are not going to get anything. But I have known people who drive and they are abusing every person who comes across on their driving. Really, it's a cursed life, the way some people drive. And the same way they drive in their own lives. All the time cursing this, that one is like this one is bad, that one is doing like that. Even in Sahaja Yoga, they think they have a right to criticize each and every person except for themselves. So to keep peace with others, be on an apologetic mood. I hope I haven't done this mistake. I hope I haven't hurt you. I hope I haven't put your things in a wrong way. Like that. Be on an apologetic mode. You can find that among Indians. Indians have that kind of a problem. They are more on the apologetic. Sometimes it's impossible to convince them. I'll give you an example. You went down to Sangli in the morning and you were so full and the food was not ready. So they said that we cannot have our food because it's late now and it will be later, so better we sleep off. They felt very hurt, They thought that it was their mistake. Now it is registered that we haven't given food to them. It's a horrid thing we have done. And then I had to convince them that they are no way hurt, they are happy that they are not eating, they have had too much of food. No, but still it will be registered in our name that we didn't offer them food and they slept without any food. It was impossible to convince them till the end. They were all the time feeling apologetic. You see, in Indian culture we have something very great. As Japanese, I had told you that we are more on the apologetic style. Never on the aggressive. Never trying to find faults with others, but we find faults in what way we have failed, how we have failed. This is something to be learned from Indians if they have retained their culture at all. Is actually in their blood. So that is how our culture is going to be such that we will express complete peace within ourselves. And you must know that you are in one body, active. You are active cells in one body. All the cells of the body are never active, but those who are active have to be at peace with each other. Otherwise, what will happen to that poor body? So try to make peace. The second thing you can do to make peace is to talk less. Whenever there's a quarrel or anything, just keep quiet. See, it will have better effect. If two persons are quarreling, never try to solve it, but just keep quiet. Quiet is very important. More to be silent. But it should not be another extreme like English culture, that they just don't talk, whatever it is. They just don't talk, but they think too much. You must keep quiet with the feeling that may God bless these people some sense. It should not be ice frozen sea, but peace which is effective, the peace that is effective. You are peace on this earth. But the way peace is put into this vessel has to be clean, has to be neat, and has to be placed in such a way that nothing spills out. So to have peace, the best way to put your mind right is to think of good things. Think of the flowers, not of the thorns. What good things others have done to you, what good things there are, what are the beautiful moments you have had, and count your blessings. Count your blessings. Otherwise, you cannot create peace. Peace, हे ग्रस्त कोण तिकडे उभे जाऊन बघा बरं, असं बघायसारखं उभं राहत, इकडे उभं राहा, पण असं यायचं नाही इथे. You need not pay attention to everything like that. Keep your attention at peace. Keep the peace inside with your attention inside. Actually, if you really allow all my words to go inside your brain, I'm sure I'll achieve the results. But with the convex mind, it's very difficult. Just suck in. The another aspect of peace is never try to support anything that is boisterous or which is destructive or also destructive. Anything that is destructive is never to be supported. But anybody who is being tortured or aggressed or dominated is to be protected and supported. If you have the strength of peace, you can do it just by standing there. You don't have to fight for your peace. But if it comes to that, a person like Hitler, when he came, people had to fight for their peace. Now, the second part of our culture has to be bliss. People should see bliss working on us. People should feel there is bliss. If a person is blissful, he looks blissful. He emits bliss. He radiates it. He doesn't look a miserable, unhappy creature who is all the time grudging, grumbling, or worried about little petty things here and there. And nobody has right to disturb anybody's bliss. Somebody is in a blissful state, try to copy that person and become that. But people get jealous of such people who are blissful and try to disturb. That's why so many saints were tortured, because they are so blissful and happy people. We have to enjoy our bliss within. That's important. Perhaps you are not aware of the bliss that you have. Not at all aware. Never before there were so many people who got realization. Never before in the history that Adishakti herself came on this earth to solve your problems. Never before that people of very ordinary effort, of very little seeking, of very little understanding, have been given realization like this. It's like sometimes if you see like a stone becoming a diamond suddenly. You can cut a diamond from a diamond. Such blissful state you are in. Tremendous bliss has come. It's so effective. I myself don't know. When I see that, I'm really surprised how it's working. Bliss can only come through gratitude. Only through enlarging your heart with gratitude. Bliss is the reward of gratitude. The gratitude which is not just worldly or just spoken lip service, but is from the heart. Is from the heart, the gratitude of the heart. And the blissful people are never jealous of others. Because what is greater than bliss? Bliss has so many dimensions that you go beyond the realm of cause and effects. This bliss then you find everywhere. In a little thing also you find there is bliss. Zen taught that to people. They saw bliss in seeing only a moss, a little bit of moss. And you see the moss and you say, oh God, what a beautiful piece it is. God has created a little moss, and that moss has all the little tentacles, and that bliss. But those who are vain people can never feel bliss. Vanity kills bliss. Ego kills bliss. Once Shivaji was building a huge fort, and there it so happened that he got into ego. He felt, see, because of this work so many people are employed. His Guru Ramdasa appeared on the scene. He himself is the controller of ego because he was the incarnation of Hanumana. So he came and he said, all right, I want you to do one thing for me. He said, yes, sir, what do you want me to do? He said, you break this boulder that is lying here, such a big boulder, bit by bit. So it started breaking when people hit it. And inside came a little stone, which he took up just like a coconut in his hand. And he broke. And there was water, and there was a frog inside. And he realized, Shivaji, that if God has created this frog, He's also given him water. Who am I to have this ego? So the bliss came into him that God has provided me with everything. It's just a red carpet treatment for me. What have I done? Nothing. It's so beautiful. How many have got this bliss? Have sympathy for them, have compassion for them, those who do not have. But bliss comes to you through your confidence in yourself. If you have no confidence in yourself, bliss cannot be. And the worst thing against confidence is, then what should I do? Then how can I get it? Then why not I have? It's the worst. You fighting yourself all the time. You are that, sitting on that, and still if you are saying, why shouldn't have it? So what to answer? I mean, you just want to ask because you have to ask. It's there. Why are you asking? Just feel it. If that works out, that you feel where you are sitting, then you'll be surprised that you are at peace with yourself and there is bliss.